rogue class heroes, which means that she's dodging out of the place if you start trying to hit her with a bunch of damage. She's got that ability to kind of get out of the way. She's kind of cool. I do like that about her. Hey, thanks so much for checking out the channel. If you're curious about any other hero in Empires and Puzzles, you can view my website at anchorgame.com. There you will find I've graded every single hero with a calibrated team of graders. This resource will always be free. Thinking about supporting the hero grades and the breakdown videos? You're welcome to donate. Otherwise, feel free to share this resource with a friend. I have my exclusive line group called Anchor Cove, where you gain access to myself and tons of other experienced players with on-demand information and resources. If that piques your interest, all that information is on the opening page of my website with a short video. Let me dive into today's hero breakdown. Hey, thanks so much for checking out the channel. Today we're going to be doing a brand new hero breakdown on Domitia, or in my case, how I've always called her is Domitia. I don't know why, that's just how it's been. She's got 725 on her attack, 677 on her defense, and 1349 over on her health. Overall, statistically, everything about her is about average. There's nothing really crazy good about anything. She's literally right in the middle on, I think, all three of her stats, which is kind of weird. She is running at average speed. She is also one of the classic TC20 heroes that you could potentially pull out of there. She deals a 410% damage to the target. The caster and nearby allies get 94% defense against Holy for 4 turns, and she also dispels buffs from the target and nearby enemies. Pretty interesting. Okay, they have tweaked her out a little bit. I know that they've increased her damage, so it has helped out quite a bit. This video is sponsored by Raid Shadow Legends. It is a free massive turn-based dark fantasy RPG. To try this game out, all you gotta do, go to the video description, click on the special links. You'll receive 100,000 silver and 1 free champion, Acolyte. All your treasures available for the next 30 days, and it's waiting for you right over here. She is part of the rogue class heroes, which means that she's dodging out of the place if you start trying to hit her with a bunch of damage. She's got that ability to kind of get out of the way. She's kind of cool. I do like that about her. So, in terms of her abilities, she is dealing damage only singly to one individual hero. Not that great, especially at average speed. That does play into a lot of her factor in her grade. I do like the casting nearby allies getting plus 94% defense against Holy for 4 turns. The only issue with that is that she is not so much of a big issue to where you're really planning around her and you really need to kill her with yellow heroes. So you're not really that worried about it. So I think that her big draw, what makes her somewhat serviceable, is the fact that she gives 94% defense against Holy for 4 turns. The thing that I wish they would have done with her is they would have decreased the amount of damage that she dealt to the target and made it so she hit the target nearby enemies. So then that way it makes her a bit more of a factor to where the 94% defense against Holy applies into her, because you can really plan around her with her only hitting one hero at average speed. So that does, unfortunately, negatively impact her. It is what it is, but still kind of an interesting hero. And the one thing that is also interesting about this hero is that it also dispels the buffs from the target nearby enemies, which I've always used like Panther or Sezshat to kind of fit into that. But it is also really awesome that she does do that. And then you also have Sabina, the 4-star, that's also helping out with that too. So, okay, so kind of some interesting stuff. When we look at her Titan grade, she is going to get a B+ grade there. The reason being is that she's setting it up so the caster and nearby allies get that 94% defense for 4 turns. That does factor into things, and she does have decent tile damage. So those are pretty much her only draws. I'm not really substituting her out with too many heroes. She could fit into your high tile damage slot, but other than that, not too much. There is some serviceability just because she sets it up with the defense for 4 turns. That helps out quite a bit. And then also maybe you could roll the dice and set it up. Overall, she is serviceable on Titan. She is going to get a B+ grade. When we look at her offensive grade, she is going to get a B grade there. The reason being is there's just a lot of really great purple heroes that are out. With her running at average speed and only impacting the board to where she hits a single target, it's not really going to help you out a ton On offense, there just are better heroes that put more of a clock and more pressure. Where the issue is that her 94% defense against Holy doesn't really factor in too much on offense, because they're probably not going to have a whole bunch of Holy heroes, and the Holy heroes that are out are mostly defensive heroes. So a hero like Guinevere really doesn't care if you have 94% defense against Holy, because she just sets it up so she just makes it so she takes away your mana and heals all their guys and prevents you from dealing damage. So it's not really that big of a factor now, especially with everything changing. So I'm not too big on her on offense. She's going to get a B grade there. When we look at her defensive grade, this is where I change things quite a bit, because I have gone up against Domitia in the tank position, and surprisingly enough, that 94% defense against Holy does factor into a lot of different things, to where she makes it so you can't really deal a lot of damage. And then, but you're gonna have a situation where you're gonna need to dispel her, which is kind of awkward. But honestly, if she's in the tank position, I'm just kind of focusing on the other heroes, and I'm not really gonna color stack too much against her, because she's only hitting a single target. Now, the 410% damage, that is quite a bit of damage, so you do have to factor that in. But I think you can just very easily plan around her and not have to worry about her having that defensive special up on the color specific. So if you do see her in a tank position, it's probably not the end of the world to not have to bring yellow heroes to battle against her. When we look at her flank grade, she's going to get a B- grade. With her only hitting one hero at average speed, you're also not utilizing her defensive special at all. It's not going to be a factor with the 94% defense against Holy, because they're probably not going to have Holy against you. I'm not a big fan there at all. She's going to get a B-. In the wing, she is going to get a B grade. There is some usability. Again, she's only hitting a single hero, which is kind of what you want. Either you want usually a fast hero that's hitting multiple enemies, or a single hitter that's dealing a lot of damage. So she is a single hitter that deals a lot of damage, but not a big fan. She is going to get a B grade there in the wing, and defensively she is going to get an overall B grade, and that's because her tank position, it does have some usability there. I think you could potentially use her there if you do have her, but definitely a lot better heroes in purple that you could be using. When we look at her weekly raid grade, she is going to get a B on rush attack. I'm not a big fan at all. She could be going off now at very fast speed. Maybe you're really worried about the holy enemies, but there's just a lot better heroes in purple that you could be using that are running at very fast speed. Even the costume Regard, the 4-star healer, I think is a much greater hero on rush attack versus her, and he's only a 4-star. So not a big fan there. We look at her buff grade, she is going to get a B+ grade, obviously because she also dispels the buffs from the target and nearby enemies, so that does factor in when they're using their buff. Some people really utilize the whole buff sequencing. I don't really see it as much as you would think, but she sets it up so she can dispel all the buffs, and she is running at average speed, so that helps out. She's going to get a B+ grade there. And on Bloody Battle, she is going to get an overall grade of a B, because on her Bloody Battle grade, she is just kind of helping out. She's not really worried about healing. She deals a decent amount of damage, just an overall okay hero on Bloody Battle. She's going to get a B. So she's going to get an overall grade for everything of a B. Reason being is she has some usability on Titans and a little bit of usability on defense, but still I would say probably one of the most average heroes that we have in her regular form. So thanks so much for watching this content. Please make sure you like, you subscribe, turn notifications on, and I'll see you on the next video.